like our team chemistry is working so well that we know what we're going to be doing together, and people start getting used to the parties they're in, which is I think one of the biggest reasons why Vic started like organizing parties and having put them on a spreadsheet, is that you'll get used to the people in your party, you'll get used to the way they play, you'll get used to the way they interact or how they act or react, whatever you want to say, in a particular situation, and you'll play off that. So like it's gonna take time, and I'm not saying those classes are like they're obsolete, but up until the point where we start working like as a full-on cohesive team, we're better off sticking to meta classes just because they allow us that leniency of making mistakes rather than being punished for the mistakes too harshly, kind of thing.
Well, and I mean also, if you think a ninja should be able to get the same kill count as, say, a wizard, take a group of 10 wizards and throw them against a group of 10 ninjas and see what happens. Yeah. Fucking wizards will cross heal one another and fucking, you know, I mean, yes, they'll pick off some of the wizards, but in the end, the ninjas are all gonna die and some of the wizards are still gonna be standing.
It only takes like 2 or 3 overlapped fucking meatballs to fucking drop everybody.
10 chain PAs.
Yeah. Charging into
oh my god, yeah, 80 seconds of PA.
Yeah.
This might be over before they get halfway through that.
Wouldn't that be permanent PA at that point?
Yep.
Yeah, it's
not quite, but very close.
So we should do that. Or
we
better
need,
yet,
we need the 10 wizards.
I hear you. So, but then you should chain the PA on the ninjas and let them go the fuck in and just kill half of their backline. Just speaking out loud. There's always a strategy, but I get the complexities. It's very.
I mean, nobody deletes a single target like a fucking ninja. Just outright, they fucking delete a single target, but then they need to disappear and run around until they can find another single target they can delete.
Yeah, but you fight a tamer one-on-one, you're never going to be able to do anything until you're dead. They have so much CC.
You fight him at a 2v1, and then the tamer gets grabbed down pretty much in the first couple of seconds, and then the tamer dies.
And once somebody throws the tamer's ass on the ground, which wizard AoEs blow it the fuck up because they don't even need to be targeting it to hit it.
Yeah, they're aiming at the guy behind them.
DK. Just the amount of area that they hit is so huge.
That before, like, I had like any gear at all, like that was like my biggest complaint about this fucking game, was like dying to people entirely on accident.
Yeah,
like they're fighting fucking Vic or Scion or someone like that. Fucking Dark Knight just does a fucking backflip on someone else, and the fucking Star Nova bullshit just fucking blows me away. Like, all right, cool.
Yeah, dude, I just unlocked all that. All right.
See, the other thing is like the damage multipliers on a lot of the skills. Like you'll constantly hear how easy it is to like max out or like gear a wizard, witch, or DK, as opposed to gearing like a Musa, Meiwa, or a Tamer or a Ranger. It requires more investment in those classes, and especially combo rotations before you can actually be strong. And I'm not taking away the skill cap for a wizard, because you can have like potato wizards who, sure, like they can have a chance of rolling people who are defenseless, but putting a pro wizard on a field is a more contingent to you winning the game than having 10, you know, scrappy wizards. But at that point, it's still better to have a wizard than it is to have like one of those pick classes, because of how hard it is to gear those pick classes and get them to like a top tier level.
Well, I guess I'm thinking way out there.
No, like your thinking is right. Like the idea of having strategy and being able to execute it on the battlefield is something that's going to have to be worked on. We're not like arguing that. It's just that this game is so convoluted and has so much hidden shit, and there's so much to take into account that trying to come up with a strategy is going to take a lot of time.
Your argument would be 100% valid if the classes were actually balanced.
Well, that's never gonna. They can't balance the classes.
No, that's exactly it.
Unless you're only going to have one.
Aren't
Well,
going.
what is it? You got a patch coming out in a couple weeks, apparently, right? There's some sort of balance patch coming out in like 2 weeks that people are talking about.
Yeah. But. Yeah.
And if they balance it, it may tremendously change the way that works.
Well, that's
Well,
what people are talking about. They're saying that they're supposed to change a bunch of different classes. I don't know.
It's always a strive for balance, and they can never achieve it because it's.
Well, it's just the witch. Mostly, like from what I see, the witch wizards is the ones that fuck everything up. From what I see, every time we're in Node Wars, it's like we go against guilds that have like fucking 400 witches and wizards or whatever rolling around.
See,
Really
like-
never even see witches in fucking Node Wars, dude.
Really,
Always wizards, dude.
dude? Well,
It's
yeah.
always
but
a big
still.
fucking ball dropped on some.
The thing that I don't like, I don't agree with the idea of having balance. Because when you have balance,
Why?
things get stale. Having none, like, you want to achieve something close to a balance, but you don't want to be balanced. Because when you hit balance, then everything
but-
is the same. Everybody runs the same kind of shit. You
What
don't
do you
have
think everybody's
people who-
doing now, though?
Well,
Bro,
yeah,
you-
that like
you've been
that,
Node
no,
Wars
like
recently.
no,
Look how many witches and witches and wiz they pull out of there.
no. I'm not talking about the existence of a meta. I'm talking about if you have balance between all the classes, then there's no reason for you to kind of say, all right, I'm going to sit down and theory craft a different kind of team setup because
You got
well,
one
all the
class.
classes are balanced, so everything is gonna so they're all homogenized into just the one class.
Well, it depends on what
Whereas
you
now
balance
you have people
around.
who run-
Though. If you balance around 1v1, small scale, or full-on Node War,
This game's always going to be balanced about open world PvP because people were actually, when the Arena of Arisha came out, Arisha, whatever how you pronounce that, and people started streaming it, there were like a lot of people clamoring for an idea of a ranked system and no gear score kind of thing, and a lot like the response from a lot of the GMs was that the gear score is always going to exist. This game has always been about open world PvP and large scale fights, more so than the small scale kind of ranked arena tournaments you see in things like ESO, Guild Wars, yada 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 yada. And the idea of balance, shouldn't be achieved because it allows the existence of a meta and allows people who are smart enough to go against the meta and then succeed having that top position. A. B, it's very hard to achieve when you don't have a PTS system. They're relying all their PTS on the Korean side when
Holy shit!
we don't really have anything on our end to kind of test and give feedback on classes before they roll out patches. And then I guess C is that, well, they're shit developers, so we're never gonna get any kind of close to balance.
Well, the bad thing about not having balance is it allows for the rock paper scissors fucking shit, which like completely undermines any skill level. Like, you can be a god at your class, that's fine, but if you're rock paper scissoring people, then that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how good you are at all, because at the end of the day, you had a tremendous advantage.
I mean, this game doesn't do that as much as any other of the MMOs I've played. Like, there's that element, and there's the idea of,
Thorn, real quick. Sorry to cut you off. Yo, Aftershock just got their shit pushed in on Siege. They're dead.